In a small village between two great mountains, there lived a young weaver named Oche. Oche was known throughout the village for his exquisite fabrics woven with intricate patterns and color that shined like the stars. One night, while Oche was working late in his loom, a radiant light filled the room. He looked up to see the moon goddess standing before him. She was as beautiful as a night sky, with skin as pale as moonlight and her hair as black as the darkness. "Why have you disturbed my rest, Oche?" the moon goddess asked, her voice like the gentle rustling of leaves. Oche trembled with fear. He explained that he was only trying to create the most beautiful fabrics in the world. The moon goddess smiled and said, "I shall grant you the power to weave magic into your fabrics, but you must promise to use this gift wisely and keep it a secret. Tell no one about this magical power, lest it be taken from you." Oche promised to keep the secret, and the moon goddess vanished, leaving behind a small, delicate spindle. From that day on, Oche's fabric were empowered with magic. People who wore his clothes were said to be protected from harm, to possess wisdom and courage, and be filled with deep sense of peace. But Oche's secret was not destined to remain hidden for long. One day, while drinking at the local bar, Oche forgot the moon goddess warning and boasted about his magical power to a stranger. Unknown to Oche, the stranger was a sly thief who had been seeking the magical power for himself. A night, while Oche slept, the thief snuck into his workshop and stole the magical spindle. While Oche awoke the next morning, he found that his fabric had lost their magic. The thief, now in possession of the spindle, began to weave his own magical fabrics, and people began to forget about Oche's wares. Oche was heartbroken. He realized too late that he had broken the moon goddess's trust. He spent the rest of his days trying to regain his magical power, but it was too late. The chief had become the new master weaver, and Oche was left with nothing but the memory of his forgotten promise. The villagers will whisper about Oche's fall from grace and how his own pride and carelessness had led to his downfall, and so the tale of Oche and the Magical Loom become cautionary story, reminding people of the importance of humility and keeping promise. Oche's son Ada listened with wide eyes as his father told him the tale of the magical spindle and the thief who had stolen it. Ada's heart burned with anger and desire for justice. "Father, I want to get the magical spindle back," Ada exclaimed. "I want to avenge you and restore our family's honor." Oche looked at his son with a mix of sadness and pride. "Ada, my son, I understood your desire for justice, but the path of vengeance is fraught with danger. Are you prepared to face the challenge that lies ahead?" Ada nodded resolutely. "I am ready, father. I will not rest until I have reclaimed the magical spindle and brought honor back to our family." Oche smiled, knowing that his son was determined. He handed Ada a small, intricately carved wooden box. "What is this, father?" Ada asked. "This is a gift from the moon goddess herself," Oche replied. "Inside the box, you will find a map that will lead you to the thief's clan." But he warned Ada, "The journey will be treacherous and you will need all your wit and courage to succeed." Ada took the box, feeling a surge of determination and purpose. He set off on his quest, ready to face whatever challenges lied ahead. And so the tale of Ada's quest for justice and the magical spindle began. Ada set off on his quest, following the map from the wooden box. He traveled through dense forests, crossed scorching desert, and climbed treacherous mountain. Along the way, he encountered fierce beasts and cunning foes, driven by his determination to reclaim the magical spindle. After many months, Ada finally arrived at the thieves' clan, foreboding fortress. built into the side of a cliff. The air was thick with the stench of dark magic, and Ada could feel the weight of the thief's evil deed bearing down upon him. Undoubtedly, Ada drew his sword and charged into battle. The thief, whose name was Malachi, snares at Ada's bravery, but the young warrior was not intimidated with a first cry. Ada clashed with Malachi, the sword ranging out in deadly dance. The battle raged on for what seems like hours. The two combatants exchanged blows and neither gaining the upper hand, but Ada refused to yield, fueled by his desire for justice and determination to reclaim the magical spindle. Just when it seems that the tide of the battle was turning in Malachi's favor, Ada remembered the word of his father. The true power of the magical spindle lies not in its magic, but in the love and devotion of those who wield it. With newfound strength and courage, Ada launched a final desperate attack. Malachi, taken aback by Ada's sudden ferocity, stumbled back, and Ada seized the opportunity to strike the final blow. With a triumphant cry, Ada stood victorious over Malachi's defeated form. The magical spindle, now free from the thief's dark magic, glowed with soft pulsing light. Ada reached out, and as his finger closed around the spindle, he felt a surge of power and wisdom flow through him. The journey back to his village was long, but Ada traveled with a light heart, knowing that he had reclaimed the magical spindle and restored his family honor. When he finally returned home, his father Oche welcomed him with tears of joy, proud of the brave and determined young warrior his son had become. And so the tale of Ada's quest came full circle, a story of bravery, perseverance, and the power of love and devotion. The magical spindle, now back in its rightful place, continued to weave its magical, inspiring generations to come.